Hey everybody, MU Herd 37 here. Got another flight for you today. We're going to stay in the 747 and we're going to go, it's a short flight, London Gatwick, right here, EGKK. And we're going to be flying up to Dublin, Ireland, EIDW. It's a pretty short flight. As you can see, it's only about 268 miles. Takes about 40 minutes or so. So it's a pretty short flight. Got some nice scenery for it. I believe the Gatwick is Gatwick Xtreme from UK 2000, and then Dublin we've got Mega Airport Dublin, I believe, from Aerosoft. I'll put the links in the description, and of course we also have FTX and everything. And the approach into Dublin I think is really nice with all the scenery. It looks really cool. All right, so with that we'll move over to the plane. All right, everybody, here 832 London Gatwick. So really nice. Addon Airport, tons and tons of parked planes. Really like it. Let's jump into the cockpit here. We'll go ahead and get things started up. Battery goes on. Standby power goes on. Bus tie switches are on auto. Generator control switches go on. Hydraulic demand pump switches 1 through 3 are all off. 4 goes to aux. Engine hydraulic pump selectors are all on. Let's see, we don't need any external power. We don't have any external power. Don't have to worry about panel lights. Utility power left and right are both on. Lights, we got nav, wing, and logo. Don't really need the logo, I guess. Emergency lights are armed. All 3 of these are off. We'll put those on nav. Bring them back to a line. Go down here to the FMC. Get all that off. Alright, our position, we're at EGKK. So we'll copy this over to the IRS position. Now we go up here and put these back in nav. Alright, all of our fuel pumps are off. Turn cross feeds on. Don't have to worry about anti-ice. Window heat is enabled. Yaw dampers on. APU, we'll go ahead and start that. Passenger temperature is on auto. Flight deck temperature is on auto. Trim air is on. Upper and lower recirc fans on. Gasper is on. Pack switches 1 through 3, I'll go to norm. Isolation switches left and right are both open. Alright, so APU gens 1 and 2 will become available in just a minute. Go ahead and put this in EGKK, EIDW. Activate it. Performance initialization, we'll get that in just a second. Alright, these are available, so click those on. APU bleed air goes on. And we need to do our fuel and weights, so we'll go over to the load manager. Alright, so we've got the 747-400 dual class. Let's go just 2/3 passengers, just random. We don't need much fuel, so that's alright. We'll send this over to FSX. And we can continue setting up the plane. Alright, so now we just click 0 fuel weight. We'll carry 5 in the reserves. And we use a cost index of 75. Our cruising altitude is going to be 30,000 feet. Thrust limit will go down 5%. Takeoff 20 degrees flaps. Before we do that, they'll get deleted if we put those in right now. So we're going to take off on 26 left. Our SID is Keen 2M. So put that in there. And at Dublin, we'll be landing on runway 28. Our star is LIP G1X. So now we can go back over to takeoff. Alright, V1, rotate V2, and trim. Trim is 5.9. I'll go ahead and put that in right here. It's about 5.9. Go up here, turn the flight director on. Our V2 speed is that 159? Yeah, 159. Alright, LNAV, VNAV. Our altitude, you're supposed to do your burst altitude, but I'm just going to take it to 30,000. We won't do the step by step. Alright, it's at 30,000. Autopilot disengage bar is up. Fuel control switches are all on off. We set the altimeter. We've already set our trim. Auto brakes, rejected takeoff. Let's go ahead and test the TCAS.
TCAS system test OK.
Alright, so that goes to TARA. If I can. Wrong one. Bias is set to above. No smoking. Auto. Seatbelts. Auto. Flight deck doors now locked. Our fuel pumps are all on. Crossfeed still on. Gangway, doors. Let's go ahead and turn our beacon on. Auto start off, continuous ignition on. Hydraulic demand pump switches 1 through 3 now go to auto. 4 stays in aux. Pack 1 is on, 2 and 3 go to off. And the engine bleed air switches are all on. So let's go down to the 2D panel. Go over to communications. Set up our pushback. We're just gonna go put 1 in here. We're in a really tight area. The nose will go 90 degrees to the left.
And ground, cockpit.
Hi, Captain.
We're all set to go up here. We've been cleared to push and start at your discretion.
Roger that, ready for push. Power and air are clear, doors closed. We are ready for pushback. Please park and brake, please.
Alright.
Okay, parking brake is off, clear to push.
Brakes off, here we go.
Alright, so as we start our pushback, go ahead, start up 1 and 4. Alright, the magenta line is 14% in 2, and when it hits that, we'll give it the fuel. You can see we're in a really tight area. Need to fix those, almost forgot about those. 1 and 4 clicked off, 2 and 3 now. Alright, 14 and 14. Move this one up. We'll have to fix these altitudes. This SID is really odd. It keeps you for like the first 60 or 70 nautical miles. It keeps you at like 4,000 feet. As you can see, I have no idea. I'll have to fix that in just a minute. go ahead and turn our APU off. APU bleed off. Put this in auto.
Parking brake, please.
Put our packs in norm.
Alright, brakes are set and pressure's normal.
Okay, sir. Tow bar is off. Pin is out. Watch the pin on the right.
Alright guys, thanks. You're cleared to disconnect. We will be watching for the pin and the release from guidance on the right side of the airplane, and we'll see you guys next time through.
Roger that. Have a good flight.
Alright, so I'm going to fix some of this right here. I'm going to get it slowed down quicker. See if it'll let me do it this way. No. Put 2,500 or above. Help us slow down quicker. I'm going to fix these. So I'll put that at, say, 2,500. IRSs came alive. I'll put the next one, it's really short, so just, oops, gotta put our slash in there. Oh, getting it all messed up. A little ways further, put it 5,000. I'll move that to 7,000. Move this one to, we'll move that to 12,500. Let's see, we'll put this at, we'll say 18,500. I'm just making these up as I go. And 23,000. And then we'll be close to our cruising altitude. And we need to set these at 250 that are above 250, because until 10,000 feet you guys stay at 250 or below. So that's set up. Don't worry about what that says, it'll work. Alright, we can taxi over to our runway, so I'll meet you there. Alright everybody, we're all lined up. 26 left. Let's turn our auto throttles, arm them. Runway heading is in. Landing lights are on, strobes on, auto brake set to rejected takeoff. So let's go ahead and take off. Hit toga. Try and keep it centered. Wants to go left on me.
V1. Rotate. V2.
Put the gear up. Hit our autopilot. We'll put the flaps up on schedule. Gear off. And we're well on our way to Dublin. So let's go ahead and move over to the descent and approach. Alright everybody, we're turning towards the airport now. So we're right at about 11 miles out. Been a pretty uneventful flight. Nice short flight. Pretty good weather actually. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and kill the auto throttles with our localizer. As you can see, the glide slope moving down. Put out little flaps. Alright, we'll hit the approach hold. Set our altitude to 4,500, just in case we gotta go around.
2,500.
Right, gears going down. Let's move the flaps to 10. Need some drag to slow us down. You can see the scenery. This is FTX Ireland. Really great scenery. Airport is Mega Airport Dublin by Aerosoft, I believe. As I said, I'll put the links in the description. Right, auto brakes are set to 2. Spoilers are armed. So we're looking pretty good. Flaps to 20. $25 now. So we've got rollout and flare, lane 3. So everything looks good.
1,000.
Full flaps now. I'm going to go below that reference speed because it's slightly faster than we need to be. Alright, don't get too slow.
400. 300. Approaching minimums. 200. Minimums. 100. 50. 40. 30.
All right.
20. 10.
Off the throttle. Hit the reversers. Alright, off the reverser. Take this next turn off. Slow down a little more. A little fast. Alright, stop right here. Start getting rid of our flaps. Alright, let's disengage the speed brakes. So let's cut off autopilot. Flight director off. Alright, landing lights go off. Strobes off. Start the APU. And that's that. We'll go ahead and taxi over to the gate, and I'll meet you there. Alright everybody, we have pulled into the gate. So the parking brake is set. Alright everybody, we have pulled into the gate, so our parking brake is set. APU Gen 1 and 2. APU bleed is on. Let's see, we're gonna leave. Alright, engine bleeds go off. Engine and hydraulic pumps go off. Let's go down to the fuel control switches. Turn these off. Oh, we can go back here. No smoking off, seatbelts off. Unlock the doors. And turn the beacon off. Ground power we're not going to have. So yaw dampers go off. Hydraulic demand switches. This can all go off. Continuous ignition and auto start are both off. IRS 1, 2, and 3 all go off. Alright, utility left and right both go off. All the fuel pumps go off. Window heat off. For some reason the crossfeeds stay on. Let's see, trim air goes off. Gasper off. Shoot. Gasper off. Upper and lower recirc fans are off. Packs 1, 2, and 3 go off. Oh, isolation switches left and right off. Gen control switches are off. Alright, we can kill the APU. The APU bleed. Come down here. Put that TCAS on standby. Can turn all of our lights off. Bus tie switches off. And we can turn the battery off. Standby tower power off. Alright, that's it. Thanks for watching. I have tried to record this video so many times. I've got a 4770K processor, overclocked to 4.6. My video card is EVGA 760 superclocked. And usually, you know, I can run everything on max settings, no problem really. And with this, I'm telling you, I've got the scenery at extremely dense as usual. All the other sliders up to max. And then I had autogen to very dense. I'm telling you, sometimes I can get to the runway, sometimes I can't before I start getting those out of memory errors. And to finally do this and record it, I had to turn autogen down to dense. It's just some really, it's beautiful scenery, and it's also gets really intense. But I hope you all like the flight. Catch you in for the next one, and I'll leave you with another view of the landing. See you later.